Every day, we encounter people who seem to drain our energy and make us doubt ourselves. Have you ever felt powerless against someone's manipulative tactics? What if you could face these individuals with calm confidence and turn the tables on them? Today, we're diving into 12 Stoic tactics to put a narcissist in their place. These strategies aren't just about defending yourself, they're about reclaiming your inner strength and peace. Imagine staying cool and composed no matter how hard they try to provoke you. These Stoic tactics will help you stand your ground and grow stronger through every challenge. Join me as we uncover how ancient Stoic wisdom can empower us to handle narcissists effectively. If you want to transform your interactions and build unshakable confidence, hit the subscribe button and watch the entire video. Let's learn together how to stand firm and put narcissists in their place. 1. Emotional detachment. Emotional detachment is a powerful tactic derived from Stoic philosophy that can effectively put a narcissist in their place. At its core, emotional detachment involves maintaining a sense of inner calm and composure, irrespective of external circumstances. This technique is essential when dealing with narcissists because it prevents them from manipulating your emotions and gaining control over you. Narcissists thrive on eliciting strong emotional responses from others. They crave attention and validation, often resorting to provocation, criticism, or even flattery to elicit reactions. When you respond emotionally, you inadvertently feed their ego and reinforce their behavior. However, by practicing emotional detachment, you break this cycle and take away their power over you. To begin with, emotional detachment does not mean becoming cold or indifferent to everything around you. Instead, it involves a conscious effort to remain unaffected by the narcissist's attempts to provoke or manipulate you. It's about developing a sense of inner peace and stability that cannot be easily shaken. One effective way to cultivate emotional detachment is through mindfulness meditation. By regularly engaging in mindfulness practices, you train your mind to focus on the present moment without judgment. This helps you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions, allowing you to observe them without getting caught up in them. When a narcissist tries to provoke you, mindfulness allows you to recognize their behavior for what it is, a tactic to elicit a reaction, and respond with calmness instead of anger or frustration. Another technique to develop emotional detachment is cognitive restructuring. This involves challenging and reframing your negative thoughts and beliefs. For example, if a narcissist criticizes you, instead of internalizing their words and feeling hurt, you can remind yourself that their opinion is not a reflection of your worth. By reinterpreting their behavior as a reflection of their insecurities rather than your shortcomings, you can maintain your emotional equilibrium. Additionally, practicing self-compassion is crucial for emotional detachment. Narcissists often exploit your vulnerabilities and insecurities to gain control. By treating yourself with kindness and understanding, you build resilience against their attacks. Self-compassion involves recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and has flaws, and it is perfectly okay to be imperfect. When you accept and love yourself despite your flaws, you become less susceptible to the narcissist's attempts to undermine your self-esteem. Furthermore, it is essential to establish clear boundaries with narcissists. Emotional detachment is not just an internal process, but also involves external actions. By setting firm boundaries, you communicate to the narcissist that their behavior is unacceptable and that you will not tolerate it. Boundaries can include limiting your interactions with them, refusing to engage in arguments, and walking away from situations where they try to provoke you. By consistently enforcing these boundaries, you protect your emotional well-being and demonstrate that you are in control. Practicing emotional detachment also requires a shift in focus. Instead of dwelling on the narcissist's behavior and how it affects you, redirect your attention to your own goals and values. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, and surround yourself with supportive and positive people. By prioritizing your own well-being, you reduce the narcissist's influence over your life and reinforce your sense of self-worth. Another valuable aspect of emotional detachment is the ability to maintain a long-term perspective. Narcissists often create drama and chaos in the moment, seeking immediate reactions. By keeping a broader view, you can see beyond their current behavior and recognize patterns. This perspective helps you respond with patience and wisdom rather than getting caught up in their provocations. Remember that their behavior is a reflection of their own issues, not a measure of your value. Stoicism teaches the importance of focusing on what you can control and accepting what you cannot. In the context of dealing with narcissists, this means recognizing that you cannot change their behavior or make them see reason. What you can control is your own response. By choosing emotional detachment, you take charge of your own emotional state and refuse to be a pawn in their manipulative games. Moreover, it is helpful to seek support from trusted friends, family, or a therapist. Discussing your experiences with someone who understands and validates your feelings can provide comfort and perspective. They can offer guidance on how to maintain emotional detachment and reinforce your sense of self-worth. Sometimes, an external perspective can shed light on aspects of the situation you may not have considered, helping you navigate interactions with the narcissist more effectively. Engaging in regular self-care practices is also vital for emotional detachment. This includes activities that nourish your body, mind, and soul, such as exercise, hobbies, reading, and spending time in nature. Taking care of yourself ensures that you have the energy and resilience to handle challenging situations with a narcissist. When you are physically and emotionally well, it becomes easier to maintain your composure and not let their behavior affect you. In conclusion, emotional detachment is a powerful Stoic tactic to put a narcissist in their place. It involves maintaining inner calm, practicing mindfulness, cognitive restructuring, self-compassion, setting boundaries, focusing on personal goals, keeping a long-term perspective, seeking support, and engaging in self-care. By adopting these practices, you can effectively counter the narcissist's attempts to manipulate and control you, ultimately preserving your emotional well-being and sense of self-worth. 2. Assertive communication. Assertive communication is another crucial Stoic tactic to put a narcissist in their place. This approach involves expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs clearly and confidently without being aggressive or passive. It's about standing your ground and articulating your boundaries while maintaining respect for both yourself and the other person. This method is particularly effective when dealing with narcissists, as it disrupts their attempts to dominate or manipulate you. Narcissists often exploit ambiguous or passive communication to assert their control. They thrive on vagueness and hesitation, interpreting it as a weakness they can manipulate. Assertive communication counters this by providing clear and direct responses, leaving no room for misinterpretation or exploitation. It conveys a message of strength and self-respect, which can disarm a narcissist and set clear boundaries. To practice assertive communication, start by using I statements. This shifts the focus from blaming or accusing to expressing your own feelings and needs. For example, instead of saying, "You always make me feel bad," you could say, "I feel hurt when my feelings are dismissed." This approach reduces defensiveness and opens the door for more constructive dialogue. It also puts the emphasis on your perspective and feelings, which are valid and important. Equally important is maintaining a calm and steady tone of voice. Narcissists often use intimidation or emotional outbursts to assert control. By speaking in a calm and measured way, you demonstrate that you are not easily rattled and that you are in control of your emotions. This can be particularly effective in de-escalating tense situations and preventing the narcissist from gaining the upper hand. Using clear and concise language is another key aspect of assertive communication. Avoiding vague statements and being specific about your needs and boundaries can prevent misunderstandings and reinforce your position. For instance, instead of saying, "I need you to be nicer," you could specify, "I need you to speak to me respectfully," and avoid derogatory comments. This leaves no room for the narcissist to twist your words or feign ignorance. Maintaining eye contact and using confident body language also play a significant role in assertive communication. These non-verbal cues signal self-assurance and determination. Standing or sitting up straight, making appropriate eye contact, and using open gestures can convey confidence and reinforce your verbal message. This combination of verbal and non-verbal communication can make it clear that you are serious about your boundaries and expectations. Listening actively is another crucial component of assertive communication. While it's important to express your own needs, it's equally important to listen to the narcissist's perspective. This doesn't mean you have to agree with them, but showing that you are willing to listen can reduce their defensiveness and make them more likely to consider your viewpoint. Active listening involves nodding, maintaining eye contact, and paraphrasing what they say to show understanding. This can also give you insight into their tactics and help you respond more effectively. One effective strategy in assertive communication is the broken record technique. This involves calmly and repeatedly stating your point or boundary without getting sidetracked by the narcissist's attempts to argue or provoke. For example, if a narcissist tries to undermine your boundaries by making excuses or changing the subject, you can calmly repeat, "I need you to respect my boundaries." This persistence shows that you are serious and unwavering, making it harder for them to manipulate you. It's also important to be aware of and manage your emotional triggers. Narcissists are skilled at finding and exploiting your weaknesses to provoke a reaction. By understanding your triggers and preparing responses in advance, you can remain calm and assertive even in challenging situations. This might involve practicing responses to common provocations or using relaxation techniques to stay composed. Assertive communication is not about winning or proving the narcissist wrong. It's about standing up for yourself and ensuring your needs and boundaries are respected. This might involve saying no firmly and confidently. Narcissists often take advantage of people-pleasers who have difficulty saying no. By practicing saying no clearly and without guilt, you can protect your time and energy from being exploited. Additionally, it's crucial to stay focused on the issue at hand. Narcissists often use tactics like deflection, projection, and gaslighting to derail the conversation and avoid accountability. By staying focused on the specific issue or boundary you are addressing, you can prevent them from steering the conversation in a different direction. This requires patience and persistence, but it reinforces your stance and minimizes their ability to manipulate the discussion. Practicing assertive communication also involves being prepared for backlash. Narcissists don't like being challenged and may react negatively when you assert yourself. It's important to stay calm and not take their reactions personally. Remember that their behavior is a reflection of their own issues, not your worth or validity. By maintaining your composure and repeating your boundaries if necessary, you demonstrate that their tactics will not work on you. Finally, self-care is essential when practicing assertive communication. Dealing with narcissists can be draining and stressful, so it's important to take time to recharge and look after your mental and emotional health. This might involve seeking support from friends, family, or a therapist, engaging in activities that bring you joy, and practicing stress relief techniques like meditation or exercise. In summary, assertive communication is a powerful Stoic tactic for putting a narcissist in their place. It involves using clear and direct language, maintaining calm and confident non-verbal cues, listening actively, and staying focused on your needs and boundaries. By practicing these techniques, you can disrupt the narcissist's attempts to control or manipulate you and reinforce your own self-respect and autonomy. 3. Set firm boundaries. Setting firm boundaries is an essential Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists effectively. Boundaries act as protective barriers that define what behavior is acceptable and what is not. When dealing with a narcissist, these boundaries are crucial for maintaining your sense of self and protecting your emotional well-being. Narcissists often disregard others' needs and limits, pushing boundaries to see how much they can get away with. By setting and enforcing firm boundaries, you communicate clearly that their behavior will not be tolerated, thus putting them in their place. Establishing boundaries starts with self-awareness. Understanding your own limits, values, and needs is the foundation for setting effective boundaries. Take time to reflect on what behaviors you find unacceptable and why they affect you. This reflection will help you articulate your boundaries clearly and confidently. For instance, if you find that a narcissist's constant criticism affects your self-esteem, your boundary might be to not engage in conversations that turn critical or derogatory. Once you have identified your boundaries, the next step is to communicate them assertively. This involves being direct and specific about what you expect and what you will not tolerate. For example, you might say, "I need you to speak to me respectfully. I will not continue this conversation if you start criticizing me." Using I statements helps to focus on your needs and reduces the likelihood of the other person becoming defensive. It's essential to be clear and precise so that there is no ambiguity about your expectations. Consistency is key when it comes to enforcing boundaries. Narcissists will often test your limits to see if you will hold firm. It's crucial to remain steadfast and consistent in your enforcement. If you say you will walk away from a conversation that turns critical, make sure to follow through every time. Inconsistency can be seen as a weakness, and narcissists may exploit this to push further. By consistently upholding your boundaries, you demonstrate that you are serious and that your limits are non-negotiable. Another important aspect of setting boundaries is learning to say no. Narcissists often take advantage of people who have difficulty refusing requests. They may demand your time, energy, or resources without regard for your needs. Learning to say no firmly and without guilt is a vital skill. Practice saying no in a calm and assertive manner. For instance, you could say, "No, I can't help you with that," without feeling the need to justify or explain yourself excessively. Remember, you have the right to prioritize your well-being over the narcissist's demands. Physical and emotional boundaries are both important. Physical boundaries involve your personal space and physical interactions. This might include how close you allow someone to stand or touch you. Emotional boundaries, on the other hand, involve protecting your emotional state. This could mean not engaging in conversations that you find emotionally draining or refusing to take on the narcissist's emotional baggage. Both types of boundaries are crucial for maintaining your overall well-being. It's also important to recognize and address any feelings of guilt or obligation that might arise when setting boundaries. Narcissists are skilled at making you feel guilty for asserting your needs. They may try to manipulate you into thinking that you are selfish or uncaring. Understanding that setting boundaries is a form of self-care and not selfishness is crucial. Remind yourself that you deserve to be treated with respect and that it's okay to prioritize your own needs. One effective strategy for setting boundaries is the use of time limits. If you must interact with a narcissist, especially in situations where prolonged exposure is draining, setting a time limit can help. For example, you might decide to spend only an hour at a family gathering where a narcissist is present. Once your time limit is reached, you can leave, having maintained your boundary. This approach helps you manage your energy and minimizes the impact of the narcissist's behavior. In addition to setting boundaries, it's important to have a support system. Discuss your boundaries with trusted friends or family members who can support you in enforcing them. Having people who understand your situation and can offer encouragement and advice can be incredibly helpful. They can provide perspective and remind you why it's important to maintain your boundaries, especially during challenging interactions with the narcissist. Practicing self-care is another vital component of boundary setting. Dealing with a narcissist can be exhausting, so it's important to take care of yourself. Engage in activities that rejuvenate you and bring you joy. This could be anything from exercise and hobbies to spending time in nature or practicing mindfulness. Self-care helps you stay resilient and better able to uphold your boundaries. Lastly, be prepared for pushback when setting boundaries with a narcissist. They are likely to react negatively, using manipulation, guilt, or even anger to get you to back down. It's essential to remain calm and firm in the face of this pushback. Remember, their reaction is about their discomfort with losing control, not a reflection of your worth or the validity of your boundaries. Stay focused on your needs and continue to enforce your boundaries despite their attempts to undermine them. In conclusion, setting firm boundaries is a critical Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists. It involves understanding your own needs, communicating your boundaries clearly, and consistently enforcing them. By learning to say no, addressing feelings of guilt, setting time limits, seeking support, and practicing self-care, you can effectively put a narcissist in their place and protect your emotional well-being. Maintaining firm boundaries ensures that you retain control over your own life and refuse to be manipulated by the narcissist's behavior. 4. Practice indifference. Practicing indifference is a powerful Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists, effectively putting them in their place by showing them that their attempts to manipulate or provoke you have no impact. Indifference, in the Stoic sense, does not mean apathy or lack of care. Rather, it involves cultivating a mindset where you remain unaffected by external events, particularly those beyond your control. When applied to interactions with narcissists, this means refusing to react emotionally to their provocations and manipulations. Narcissists thrive on eliciting strong emotional reactions from others. Whether through criticism, praise, or drama, their goal is to make themselves the center of attention and to control those around them. By practicing indifference, you deny them this power. You show that their behavior has no effect on your emotional state, which can be incredibly frustrating for a narcissist and can diminish their influence over you. To start practicing indifference, it is important to internalize the Stoic principle that you can only control your own actions and reactions, not those of others. This fundamental understanding helps you detach from the narcissist's attempts to provoke you. For instance, if a narcissist tries to belittle you, instead of feeling hurt or retaliating, remind yourself that their words are a reflection of their own issues, not your worth. By maintaining this perspective, you can remain emotionally detached and unaffected. Another practical step is to adopt a mindset of observing rather than reacting. When interacting with a narcissist, imagine yourself as an impartial observer. This mental shift allows you to see their behavior more objectively without getting caught up in the emotional turmoil they may try to create. For example, if a narcissist is throwing a tantrum or making unreasonable demands, observe their actions as if you were watching a play. This detachment helps you stay calm and composed, which in turn makes it harder for them to manipulate you. Mindfulness meditation can also be a valuable tool in practicing indifference. Regular mindfulness practice trains your mind to stay present and aware without judgment. This heightened awareness helps you recognize the narcissist's tactics as they unfold, allowing you to choose not to react. By focusing on your breath or a neutral point of attention, you can maintain your inner calm and not get drawn into the narcissist's emotional games. It's important to manage your expectations as well. Narcissists are unlikely to change their behavior, no matter how you respond. Accepting this reality helps you focus on what you can control, your own reactions. By letting go of the expectation that the narcissist will behave reasonably or respectfully, you can reduce frustration and maintain your indifference more effectively. This acceptance aligns with the Stoic practice of preparing for the worst while striving for the best. Another aspect of practicing indifference is maintaining a sense of humor. Humor can be a powerful tool to diffuse tension and maintain perspective. When dealing with a narcissist, try to find humor in the absurdity of their behavior. This doesn't mean making fun of them outright, but rather finding ways to internally laugh off their antics. Humor can serve as a buffer, preventing their actions from affecting you emotionally and helping you stay detached. Setting emotional boundaries is also crucial. This involves deciding in advance how you will respond or not respond to certain behaviors. For example, if a narcissist begins to criticize you unfairly, you might decide to respond with a neutral statement like, "I hear your perspective," and then change the subject. This predetermined response helps you stay indifferent and prevents you from getting drawn into a heated argument. In addition, it's helpful to focus on self-validation rather than seeking approval from the narcissist. Narcissists often use praise and criticism as tools to manipulate. By building a strong sense of self-worth that does not rely on their validation, you can remain indifferent to their attempts to control you. Regularly remind yourself of your strengths and accomplishments and seek affirmation from healthy, supportive relationships instead. Another strategy is to limit your exposure to the narcissist. While it's not always possible to completely avoid them, especially if they are a family member or colleague, reducing the time you spend with them can help maintain your indifference. When you do have to interact, keep the interactions short and focused on practical matters. By minimizing your exposure, you reduce the opportunities for them to provoke you and maintain your emotional equilibrium. It's also beneficial to engage in activities that promote your well-being and reduce stress. Physical exercise, hobbies, and social activities can help you stay balanced and resilient. When you are physically and emotionally healthy, it's easier to practice indifference and not be affected by the narcissist's behavior. Engaging in these activities also reinforces your sense of self, making you less susceptible to their manipulative tactics. Lastly, remind yourself of the bigger picture. Stoicism teaches the importance of focusing on what truly matters in life. When dealing with a narcissist, it can be helpful to keep in mind your long-term goals and values. Ask yourself if the narcissist's behavior will matter in a year or even a month. This perspective can help you see their actions as insignificant in the grand scheme of things, reinforcing your indifference. In summary, practicing indifference is a powerful Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists. By cultivating a mindset of detachment, observing without reacting, managing expectations, using humor, setting emotional boundaries, seeking self-validation, limiting exposure, engaging in stress-reducing activities, and maintaining a long-term perspective, you can effectively put a narcissist in their place. This approach not only protects your emotional well-being, but also demonstrates that their manipulative tactics have no power over you. 5. Focus on virtue. Focusing on virtue is a central Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is the idea that virtue is the highest good, and that living a life in accordance with virtue is the path to true happiness and fulfillment. When faced with a narcissist, maintaining a focus on virtue helps you stay grounded and unshaken by their manipulative behaviors. It allows you to rise above their provocations and maintain your integrity, thereby putting them in their place without lowering yourself to their level. To begin with, it's essential to understand what Stoics mean by virtue. In Stoic philosophy, virtue encompasses 4 cardinal qualities: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Each of these can be applied to interactions with narcissists, guiding your behavior and responses in a way that aligns with your highest principles. Wisdom involves understanding what is truly important and making decisions based on reason and knowledge rather than emotion. When dealing with a narcissist, wisdom helps you see through their manipulations and recognize their behavior as a reflection of their own insecurities and issues, rather than a reflection of your worth. By focusing on wisdom, you can make decisions that prioritize your well-being and maintain your peace of mind. Courage, in the context of dealing with narcissists, means standing up for yourself and your values, even when it's difficult. Narcissists often try to intimidate or belittle others to feel superior. By embodying courage, you demonstrate that you are not afraid to assert your boundaries and defend your dignity. This can be particularly powerful in interactions with narcissists, as it shows that you are resilient and not easily swayed by their tactics. Justice involves treating others with fairness and respect, regardless of how they treat you. When interacting with a narcissist, this means upholding your own standards of behavior and not stooping to their level of pettiness or cruelty. By focusing on justice, you can maintain your integrity and ensure that your actions are guided by your principles, rather than being reactive to their provocations. This also means holding them accountable for their actions in a fair and balanced way, without allowing their behavior to dictate your responses. Temperance, or self-control, is crucial when dealing with narcissists. They often try to provoke emotional reactions or push you into impulsive decisions. Practicing temperance allows you to remain calm and composed, even in the face of their provocations. This self-control is not only protective of your own emotional state, but also demonstrates that their attempts to manipulate you are ineffective. By exercising temperance, you can respond thoughtfully rather than reactively, maintaining your dignity and composure. One practical way to focus on virtue when dealing with a narcissist is to set daily intentions based on these 4 cardinal qualities. Before engaging with the narcissist, remind yourself of your commitment to wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. This can help center your mind and strengthen your resolve to act in accordance with your values. For instance, you might set an intention to remain calm, temperance, speak truthfully and kindly, justice, recognize manipulative tactics without reacting, wisdom, and stand firm in your boundaries, courage. Another effective strategy is to reflect on your interactions with the narcissist through the lens of virtue. After an encounter, take some time to evaluate your behavior. Ask yourself whether you acted with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. This reflection helps you learn from each interaction and reinforces your commitment to living virtuously. It also provides an opportunity to forgive yourself for any missteps and to plan better responses for the future. Engaging in regular self-improvement practices can also reinforce your focus on virtue. This might include studying Stoic texts, practicing mindfulness, or engaging in activities that promote your personal growth. By continuously striving to improve yourself and live in accordance with your values, you build a strong foundation that is less susceptible to the narcissist's manipulations. You become more resilient and capable of maintaining your integrity in challenging situations. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine is another way to strengthen your focus on virtue. Gratitude shifts your attention away from the negative behaviors of the narcissist and helps you appreciate the positive aspects of your life. This positive mindset can make it easier to remain virtuous, as it reduces the emotional impact of the narcissist's actions and reinforces your sense of purpose and fulfillment. It's also beneficial to seek out and surround yourself with virtuous role models and supportive communities. Engaging with people who share your commitment to virtue can provide encouragement and inspiration. They can offer valuable perspectives and advice on how to handle interactions with narcissists, reinforcing your resolve to act in accordance with your values. Focusing on virtue also involves letting go of the need to control or change the narcissist. Recognize that their behavior is a reflection of their own struggles and insecurities, not a measure of your worth or success. By accepting this, you free yourself from the frustration of trying to change them and instead concentrate on what you can control, your own actions and reactions. This acceptance is a form of wisdom that helps you maintain your peace of mind. Finally, practicing compassion, even toward the narcissist, can be a profound expression of virtue. This doesn't mean tolerating their behavior or allowing them to exploit you. Rather, it involves understanding that their actions stem from their own pain and limitations. By approaching the situation with compassion, you can remain empathetic while still enforcing your boundaries. This balance of empathy and self-respect is a powerful demonstration of virtue in action. In summary, focusing on virtue is a powerful Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists. By embodying wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, you can maintain your integrity and composure, regardless of their behavior. Setting daily intentions, reflecting on your actions, engaging in self-improvement, practicing gratitude, seeking supportive communities, letting go of control, and practicing compassion all contribute to a virtuous approach. This focus on virtue not only protects your emotional well-being, but also demonstrates that you are living according to your highest principles, effectively putting the narcissist in their place. 6. Use rational thinking. Using rational thinking is a fundamental Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists, effectively putting them in their place by relying on logic and reason rather than getting swept up in emotional reactions. Rational thinking involves evaluating situations objectively, separating facts from emotions, and making decisions based on reasoned judgment. This approach can be particularly powerful when interacting with narcissists, as it allows you to see through their manipulative behaviors and respond in a measured, controlled manner. Narcissists often employ tactics designed to provoke emotional responses, such as gaslighting, deflection, and emotional manipulation. By appealing to your emotions, they aim to destabilize you and gain control. Rational thinking serves as a counterbalance to these tactics, enabling you to maintain your composure and respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. One of the first steps in employing rational thinking is to cultivate awareness of your own emotional triggers. Narcissists are adept at identifying and exploiting these triggers to elicit reactions. By understanding what specifically provokes strong emotions in you, you can prepare to manage these reactions more effectively. For instance, if criticism is a trigger, Remind yourself that a narcissist's criticisms are often exaggerated or baseless and do not reflect your true worth. To further bolster your rational thinking, practice the Stoic exercise of premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils. This involves anticipating potential challenges or provocations you might face when interacting with a narcissist and planning rational responses in advance. By mentally rehearsing these scenarios, you prepare yourself to stay calm and focused, no matter what tactics the narcissist employs. This preparation reduces the likelihood of being caught off guard and helps you respond with reasoned judgment. Another practical application of rational thinking is to question the validity of the narcissist's statements and actions. Instead of taking their words at face value, analyze them critically. Ask yourself whether there is any factual basis to their claims, or if they are merely attempting to manipulate you. For example, if a narcissist accuses you of being selfish, consider whether there is any truth to this statement or if it is a projection of their own behavior. By evaluating the evidence, you can respond based on facts rather than emotions. Using rational thinking also involves recognizing logical fallacies and cognitive distortions that narcissists often use to manipulate. Common tactics include ad hominem attacks, attacking the person rather than the argument, straw man arguments, misrepresenting your position to make it easier to attack, and false dichotomies, presenting only two options when more exist. By identifying these fallacies, you can avoid getting entangled in illogical arguments and stay focused on the actual issues at hand. Maintaining a journal can be an effective way to enhance your rational thinking. After interactions with a narcissist, write down what happened, how you felt, and how you responded. Then, analyze the situation objectively. What were the narcissist's tactics? How did you react, and why? What could you have done differently? This reflective practice helps you identify patterns in the narcissist's behavior and your responses, allowing you to develop more effective strategies over time. Another key aspect of rational thinking is to focus on what you can control. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control external events or other people's actions, but we can control our own responses. When dealing with a narcissist, shift your focus from trying to change their behavior to managing your own reactions. By concentrating on your own actions and maintaining your composure, you reduce the narcissist's ability to affect you. In addition, practice detachment by viewing the narcissist's behavior as an external event that does not define you. Imagine yourself as an observer, watching their actions without getting emotionally involved. This detachment allows you to analyze the situation more clearly and respond with reason rather than emotion. For example, if a narcissist tries to provoke you during a conversation, mentally step back and observe their behavior objectively, asking yourself what their goal might be and how best to address it without escalating the situation. Using rational thinking also means setting clear, logical boundaries and enforcing them consistently. Decide in advance what behaviors you will and will not tolerate, and communicate these boundaries clearly. If the narcissist crosses these boundaries, enforce the consequences you have established. For instance, if a narcissist begins to verbally abuse you, calmly end the conversation and walk away. By consistently upholding your boundaries, you demonstrate that their manipulative tactics will not work on you. Engaging in regular intellectual activities can also strengthen your rational thinking. Reading, puzzles, debates, and discussions on various topics help sharpen your analytical skills and improve your ability to think critically. This intellectual engagement makes it easier to recognize and counteract the narcissist's manipulative tactics with logical responses. Additionally, it is beneficial to seek the support and perspective of trusted friends, family members, or a therapist. Discussing your experiences with someone who understands your situation can provide valuable insights and help you see things more clearly. They can offer objective advice and reinforce your commitment to using rational thinking in your interactions with the narcissist. Another effective strategy is to use the Socratic method in conversations with the narcissist. This involves asking a series of questions that challenge their assumptions and lead them to examine the flaws in their reasoning. For example, if a narcissist makes an unreasonable demand, ask questions like, "Why do you believe this is necessary?" or "What evidence supports this claim?" By encouraging them to think more deeply about their statements, you can expose the irrationality of their demands and reduce their influence over you. Finally, practice patience and perseverance. Using rational thinking to deal with a narcissist can be challenging and may not yield immediate results. Narcissists are persistent and may continue to use manipulative tactics even when they see that you are not reacting as expected. Stay committed to your rational approach, and over time you will become more adept at handling their behavior without being emotionally affected. In conclusion, using rational thinking is a powerful Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists. By cultivating awareness of your triggers, practicing premeditatio malorum, questioning the validity of the narcissist's statements, recognizing logical fallacies, maintaining a journal, focusing on what you can control, practicing detachment, setting logical boundaries, engaging in intellectual activities, seeking support, using the Socratic method, and practicing patience, you can maintain your composure and respond to the narcissist with reasoned judgment. This approach not only protects your emotional well-being, but also demonstrates that their manipulative tactics have no power over you. 7. Avoid engagement in drama. Avoiding engagement in drama is a powerful Stoic tactic for putting a narcissist in their place. Narcissists often create chaos and conflict to draw attention to themselves and manipulate those around them. By refusing to participate in their drama, you deprive them of the attention they crave and maintain your own emotional equilibrium. This approach aligns with Stoic principles, which emphasize staying focused on what truly matters and not being distracted by external disturbances. Narcissists thrive on drama because it allows them to position themselves at the center of attention, often portraying themselves as victims or heroes in the process. They may manufacture conflicts, exaggerate problems, or create crises to provoke emotional reactions from others. By getting involved in their drama, you inadvertently validate their behavior and reinforce their need for attention. However, by choosing not to engage, you take away their power and demonstrate that their attempts to manipulate you are futile. The first step in avoiding engagement in drama is recognizing the signs of manipulation and conflict creation. Narcissists often use specific tactics to draw you into their drama, such as making inflammatory statements, spreading gossip, or creating false dilemmas. When you notice these behaviors, it's important to remain calm and composed. Acknowledge your awareness of their tactics without reacting emotionally. One effective strategy is to practice emotional detachment. When a narcissist tries to provoke you, remind yourself that their behavior is a reflection of their own issues, not a reflection of your worth. By maintaining a sense of inner calm, you can observe their actions without getting drawn into the emotional turmoil they are trying to create. For example, if a narcissist accuses you of something outrageous, take a deep breath and respond with a neutral statement like, "I understand you feel that way," without further engagement. Another technique is to establish and enforce clear boundaries. Let the narcissist know what behaviors are unacceptable and what the consequences will be if they cross those boundaries. For instance, if they start creating drama during a conversation, you might say, "I'm not willing to discuss this if it turns into an argument. Let's focus on finding a solution." If they continue to escalate the situation, be prepared to walk away or end the conversation. By consistently enforcing your boundaries, you show that you will not tolerate manipulative behavior. Limiting your exposure to the narcissist can also help you avoid engagement in drama. If possible, reduce the amount of time you spend with them and avoid situations where they are likely to create conflict. This might involve declining invitations to events where they will be present or keeping interactions brief and to the point. By minimizing your contact with them, you reduce the opportunities for them to draw you into their drama. When you do have to interact with the narcissist, keep the conversations focused on practical matters. Avoid discussing personal or sensitive topics that could be used as fuel for drama. Stick to neutral subjects and steer the conversation back to the topic at hand if they try to divert it. For example, if a narcissist starts talking about a conflict with another person, you might redirect the conversation by saying, "Let's focus on the task we need to complete." Another important aspect of avoiding engagement in drama is managing your own emotional responses. Narcissists often try to provoke anger, guilt, or frustration to manipulate you. By recognizing and managing these emotions, you can respond more calmly and rationally. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, and positive self-talk can help you stay centered and composed. Remind yourself that the narcissist's behavior is not about you, but about their own need for attention and control. Practicing active listening without getting emotionally involved is another useful tactic. When the narcissist tries to draw you into their drama, listen to what they are saying without reacting emotionally. Acknowledge their feelings or concerns without agreeing or disagreeing. For example, you could say, "I hear that you're upset," and leave it at that. This shows that you are paying attention but are not willing to engage in the drama. It's also helpful to have a support system of friends, family, or colleagues who understand your situation and can provide perspective and encouragement. Discuss your strategies for avoiding engagement in drama with them and seek their advice when needed. They can offer valuable insights and help you stay grounded. Having people who validate your experiences and support your boundaries reinforces your resolve to stay out of the narcissist's manipulative games. Engaging in self-care activities is essential for maintaining your emotional resilience. Regular exercise, hobbies, and relaxation techniques can help you manage stress and stay focused on your own well-being. When you take care of yourself, you are better equipped to handle interactions with the narcissist without getting drawn into their drama. Self-care reinforces your sense of self-worth and reminds you that your happiness does not depend on their approval or attention. Another effective strategy is to use humor to diffuse tension. Narcissists often take themselves very seriously and expect others to do the same. By responding to their attempts at drama with lightheartedness or humor, you can disarm them and reduce the intensity of the situation. For example, if a narcissist makes a dramatic statement, you might respond with a playful comment that highlights the absurdity of their behavior without being confrontational. Lastly, practice gratitude and focus on the positive aspects of your life. By shifting your attention away from the narcissist's drama and toward the things that bring you joy and fulfillment, you can maintain a positive mindset. Gratitude helps you appreciate the good in your life and reduces the impact of negative interactions. Keep a gratitude journal or take a few moments each day to reflect on what you are thankful for. This practice can enhance your emotional resilience and keep you grounded. In summary, Avoiding engagement in drama is a powerful Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists. By recognizing manipulative behaviors, practicing emotional detachment, setting clear boundaries, limiting exposure, focusing on practical matters, managing your emotional responses, practicing active listening, seeking support, engaging in self-care, using humor, and practicing gratitude, you can effectively put a narcissist in their place. This approach not only protects your emotional well-being, but also demonstrates that their attempts to create chaos and conflict have no power over you. 8. Self-reflection and improvement. Self-reflection and continuous self-improvement are vital Stoic tactics for dealing with narcissists. By focusing on your own growth and development, you shift the power dynamic, putting the narcissist in their place by demonstrating that you are beyond their reach. This approach aligns with Stoic principles, which emphasize personal virtue, resilience, and the pursuit of excellence irrespective of external circumstances. Narcissists often try to undermine others' confidence and self-worth to maintain control and superiority. They may use criticism, gaslighting, or other manipulative tactics to make you doubt yourself. By engaging in self-reflection and striving for continuous improvement, you build a strong sense of self that is impervious to their manipulations. This not only protects your mental and emotional well-being, but also serves as a powerful statement of your autonomy and strength. Self-reflection involves regularly examining your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors to gain a deeper understanding of yourself. This practice helps you identify areas for improvement and recognize patterns in your interactions with the narcissist. For instance, you might notice that certain comments or actions from the narcissist trigger strong emotional responses in you. By understanding these triggers, you can develop strategies to manage your reactions more effectively. To begin the process of self-reflection, set aside time each day for quiet contemplation. Find a peaceful place where you can think without distractions. Reflect on your recent interactions with the narcissist and consider how you responded. Ask yourself questions like, what emotions did I experience? Why did I react the way I did? What could I have done differently? This introspection helps you gain insight into your behavior and develop a plan for improvement. Journaling can be a powerful tool for self-reflection. Writing down your thoughts and feelings allows you to process your experiences and track your progress over time. In your journal, document your interactions with the narcissist, noting how you felt and how you responded. This record can help you identify patterns and see your growth. Additionally, writing about your goals and aspirations can keep you focused on your path of self-improvement. Once you have identified areas for improvement, set specific, achievable goals for yourself. These goals should be based on your reflections and aimed at enhancing your emotional resilience, communication skills, and overall well-being. For example, if you find that you often react defensively to the narcissist's criticisms, set a goal to practice remaining calm and composed in such situations. Break your goals down into smaller, manageable steps to make them more attainable. Engaging in continuous self-improvement involves taking proactive steps to enhance your skills and knowledge. This might include reading books on Stoic philosophy, attending workshops or seminars, or practicing new techniques for managing stress and emotions. By investing in your personal growth, you not only improve your ability to handle interactions with the narcissist, but also enrich your life in meaningful ways. One effective strategy for self-improvement is to cultivate emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence involves recognizing and understanding your own emotions and those of others, and using this awareness to manage your behavior and relationships effectively. By enhancing your emotional intelligence, You can better navigate the complex dynamics of interactions with a narcissist. This includes recognizing their manipulative tactics, managing your emotional responses, and communicating more effectively. Mindfulness practices can also support self-improvement. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Regular mindfulness meditation can help you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions, allowing you to respond to the narcissist's behavior with greater clarity and calmness. Mindfulness can also reduce stress and improve your overall well-being, making you more resilient to the narcissist's attempts to undermine you. Seeking feedback from trusted friends, family members, or a therapist can provide valuable insights for your self-improvement journey. These individuals can offer an outside perspective on your interactions with the narcissist and suggest strategies for managing those interactions more effectively. They can also provide encouragement and support, reinforcing your commitment to personal growth. Another important aspect of self-improvement is practicing self-compassion. Narcissists often try to make you feel inadequate or unworthy. By treating yourself with kindness and understanding, you build a strong foundation of self-worth that is less susceptible to their attacks. Self-compassion involves recognizing that everyone has flaws and makes mistakes, and that these imperfections do not diminish your value. When you approach yourself with compassion, you become more resilient and better equipped to handle the narcissist's behavior. Physical well-being is also crucial for self-improvement. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, and adequate sleep can improve your mood, energy levels, and overall resilience. When you take care of your body, you are better prepared to face the challenges posed by the narcissist. Additionally, engaging in activities that you enjoy and that bring you fulfillment can enhance your sense of purpose and satisfaction, making you less vulnerable to the narcissist's manipulations. As you progress on your self-improvement journey, celebrate your successes and acknowledge your growth. Recognize the efforts you have made and the progress you have achieved. This positive reinforcement can motivate you to continue striving for excellence and reinforce your commitment to personal growth. It also serves as a reminder that you are capable and worthy, regardless of the narcissist's attempts to diminish you. Incorporating Stoic principles into your daily life can further support your self-improvement efforts. Stoicism teaches the importance of focusing on what you can control and accepting what you cannot. By embracing this mindset, you can let go of the need to change the narcissist and instead concentrate on your own growth and development. This shift in focus empowers you to take charge of your life and actions, regardless of the narcissist's behavior. In summary, self-reflection and continuous self-improvement are powerful Stoic tactics for dealing with narcissists. By engaging in regular self-reflection, setting achievable goals, enhancing your emotional intelligence, practicing mindfulness, seeking feedback, cultivating self-compassion, prioritizing physical well-being, celebrating your successes, and incorporating Stoic principles, you can build a strong sense of self that is resilient to the narcissist's manipulations. This approach not only protects your mental and emotional well-being, but also demonstrates that you are committed to your own growth and excellence, effectively putting the narcissist in their place. 9. Practice patience. Practicing patience is a critical Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists. Patience allows you to maintain your composure and make thoughtful decisions rather than reacting impulsively to the narcissist's provocations. This virtue aligns with the Stoic principle of controlling what you can and accepting what you cannot, providing you with the mental clarity needed to handle challenging interactions with grace and resilience. Narcissists often engage in behavior designed to provoke immediate emotional reactions. They may use insults, false accusations, or dramatic displays to elicit responses that validate their sense of control. By practicing patience, you can avoid falling into their traps and instead respond in a manner that maintains your dignity and peace of mind. The first step in practicing patience is to develop an awareness of your triggers. Narcissists are skilled at identifying and exploiting weaknesses, so it is essential to understand what specifically provokes you. Reflect on past interactions with the narcissist to identify patterns in your emotional responses. Once you are aware of these triggers, you can prepare strategies to manage them effectively. One effective strategy is to pause before responding. When the narcissist says or does something provocative, take a moment to breathe and gather your thoughts before reacting. This brief pause can prevent you from responding impulsively and give you time to choose a more measured and thoughtful reply. For example, if the narcissist makes a hurtful comment, instead of snapping back, take a deep breath and consider the best way to address the situation without escalating it. Mindfulness meditation can also support the development of patience. Regular mindfulness practice helps you stay present and aware, making it easier to observe your thoughts and emotions without being overwhelmed by them. This heightened awareness can be particularly valuable in interactions with a narcissist, as it allows you to recognize their manipulative tactics and maintain your composure. Mindfulness can also reduce stress and improve your overall well-being, making you more resilient to their provocations. Another important aspect of practicing patience is managing your expectations. Accept that the narcissist is unlikely to change their behavior, no matter how rational or reasonable your responses are. By letting go of the expectation that they will behave differently, you can reduce frustration and focus on what you can control, your own reactions. This acceptance aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what is within your control and accepting what is not. Practicing empathy can also enhance your patience. While it is important to maintain boundaries and protect yourself from the narcissist's manipulations, trying to understand their perspective can help you respond with greater compassion and composure. Recognize that their behavior is often driven by deep-seated insecurities and a need for validation. This understanding does not excuse their actions, but can help you respond with kindness rather than anger, which in turn can diffuse tense situations. Engaging in regular physical exercise can also support the development of patience. Exercise helps reduce stress and improve mood, making it easier to stay calm and composed in challenging interactions. Activities such as yoga, running, or swimming can provide a healthy outlet for pent-up energy and emotions, reducing the likelihood of reacting impulsively to the narcissist's provocations. It is also beneficial to practice gratitude as a means of cultivating patience. Focusing on the positive aspects of your life can shift your attention away from the negative behavior of the narcissist and help you maintain a more balanced perspective. Keep a gratitude journal or take a few moments each day to reflect on what you are thankful for. This practice can enhance your emotional resilience and make it easier to remain patient in difficult situations. Setting realistic goals and expectations for yourself can further support your practice of patience. Recognize that dealing with a narcissist is challenging and that progress may be slow. Celebrate small victories and acknowledge the effort you are putting into maintaining your composure and responding thoughtfully. By setting achievable goals, you can maintain motivation and avoid becoming discouraged by setbacks. Another effective tactic is to limit your exposure to the narcissist whenever possible. While it may not be feasible to avoid them entirely, reducing the time you spend with them can minimize the opportunities for conflict and help you maintain your patience. When interactions are necessary, keep them brief and focused on practical matters. This approach can help you manage your emotional energy and reduce the impact of their behavior. Seeking support from trusted friends, family members, or a therapist can also enhance your patience. Discussing your experiences with someone who understands and validates your feelings can provide comfort and perspective. They can offer advice on how to handle specific situations and reinforce your commitment to practicing patience. Having a support network can also remind you that you are not alone in dealing with the narcissist's behavior. Engaging in activities that promote relaxation and stress relief can further support your practice of patience. Techniques such as deep breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, or guided imagery can help calm your mind and body, making it easier to remain composed in the face of provocation. Regularly incorporating these practices into your routine can build your resilience and enhance your ability to respond thoughtfully. Finally, remind yourself of the long-term benefits of practicing patience. While it may be challenging in the moment, maintaining your composure and responding thoughtfully can lead to more positive outcomes in the long run. Patience allows you to make decisions based on reason rather than emotion, which can improve your relationships and overall well-being. By keeping the bigger picture in mind, you can stay motivated to practice patience even in difficult interactions. In summary, practicing patience is a powerful Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists. By developing awareness of your triggers, pausing before responding, practicing mindfulness, managing your expectations, cultivating empathy, engaging in physical exercise, practicing gratitude, setting realistic goals, limiting exposure, seeking support, engaging in relaxation techniques, and keeping the long-term benefits in mind, you can maintain your composure and respond thoughtfully to the narcissist's provocations. This approach not only protects your emotional well-being, but also demonstrates that their manipulative tactics have no power over you. 10. Cultivate inner peace. Cultivating inner peace is a profound Stoic tactic for handling narcissists effectively. Inner peace involves maintaining a state of mental and emotional tranquility regardless of external circumstances. When you cultivate inner peace, you create a strong, unshakable core that remains calm and composed, even when faced with the provocations of a narcissist. This not only protects your well-being, but also signals to the narcissist that their attempts to manipulate or disturb you are futile. Inner peace is not about escaping reality or denying the challenges posed by a narcissist. Instead, it's about developing a mindset and emotional state that allows you to navigate these challenges with grace and resilience. This aligns perfectly with Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes the importance of focusing on what you can control and accepting what you cannot. To cultivate inner peace, start with regular mindfulness and meditation practices. These practices train your mind to stay present and centered, reducing the impact of external stressors. Set aside time each day for mindfulness meditation, where you focus on your breath or a specific point of attention. This practice helps you observe your thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them. Over time, mindfulness can enhance your ability to remain calm and composed, even in the face of a narcissist's provocations. Another key aspect of cultivating inner peace is developing a strong sense of self-awareness. This involves understanding your thoughts, emotions, and reactions deeply. By regularly reflecting on your experiences and emotions, you can gain insights into what disturbs your peace and why. For example, if a narcissist's criticism tends to unsettle you, explore the underlying reasons. Perhaps it touches on a personal insecurity. By identifying these triggers, you can work on addressing them and reducing their impact on your inner peace. Practicing self-compassion is also crucial. Narcissists often try to make you feel inadequate or unworthy. By treating yourself with kindness and understanding, you build a resilient foundation of self-worth that is less susceptible to their attacks. Self-compassion involves acknowledging your imperfections without harsh judgment and recognizing that everyone has flaws. When you are kind to yourself, you are better able to maintain your inner peace, regardless of the narcissist's behavior. Engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment can significantly contribute to your inner peace. This might include hobbies, creative pursuits, or spending time in nature. These activities provide a sense of purpose and satisfaction that strengthens your emotional resilience. When you are engaged in activities that nourish your soul, you are less likely to be affected by the narcissist's attempts to disrupt your tranquility. Setting clear boundaries is another essential component. Boundaries protect your inner peace by preventing the narcissist from encroaching on your mental and emotional space. Clearly communicate your limits and be prepared to enforce them consistently. For instance, if a narcissist begins to criticize you unfairly, you might say, "I'm not comfortable with this conversation. Let's change the subject." If they persist, calmly remove yourself from the situation. By setting and maintaining boundaries, you safeguard your inner peace. Cultivating gratitude can also enhance your inner peace. Gratitude shifts your focus away from negative interactions and helps you appreciate the positive aspects of your life. Keep a gratitude journal or take a few moments each day to reflect on what you are thankful for. This practice can improve your overall outlook and make it easier to stay grounded and peaceful, even when dealing with a narcissist. Another strategy is to practice acceptance. Accept that you cannot change the narcissist's behavior and that their actions are a reflection of their own issues, not your worth. This acceptance allows you to let go of the need to control or fix the narcissist, freeing up mental and emotional energy to focus on your own well-being. Acceptance does not mean condoning their behavior. Rather, it means acknowledging reality and choosing not to be emotionally affected by it. Physical well-being also plays a crucial role in maintaining inner peace. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, and adequate sleep can improve your mood and resilience. When your body is healthy, your mind is better equipped to handle stress and maintain tranquility. Activities such as yoga or Tai Chi, which combine physical movement with mindfulness, can be particularly effective in promoting inner peace. Seeking support from a therapist, counselor, or support group can provide valuable insights and tools for cultivating inner peace. These professionals can help you develop strategies for managing stress and maintaining emotional balance. They can also offer a safe space to explore your feelings and experiences, helping you process and release any negativity associated with the narcissist's behavior. Reading and studying Stoic philosophy can further reinforce your commitment to inner peace. The teachings of Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius emphasize the importance of maintaining equanimity in the face of adversity. By immersing yourself in these texts, you can gain a deeper understanding of how to apply Stoic principles to your daily life and interactions with narcissists. Engaging in regular self-reflection and journaling can also support your journey towards inner peace. Use your journal to explore your thoughts and emotions, identify patterns, and reflect on your progress. Writing about your experiences can provide clarity and perspective, helping you stay focused on your goal of maintaining inner tranquility. Lastly, cultivate a sense of purpose and meaning in your life. When you are deeply connected to your values and goals, the narcissist's attempts to disturb your peace become less significant. Focus on what truly matters to you and pursue it with passion and dedication. This sense of purpose can provide a stable anchor, helping you remain calm and centered despite external challenges. In conclusion, cultivating inner peace is a powerful Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists. By practicing mindfulness and meditation, developing self-awareness, practicing self-compassion, engaging in fulfilling activities, setting clear boundaries, practicing gratitude, accepting reality, maintaining physical well-being, seeking support, studying Stoic philosophy, engaging in self-reflection and journaling, and cultivating a sense of purpose, you can create a strong foundation of inner tranquility. This approach not only protects your emotional well-being, but also demonstrates that the narcissist's attempts to disrupt your peace have no power over you. 11. Stay true to your values. Staying true to your values is a vital Stoic tactic for managing interactions with narcissists. By firmly anchoring yourself in your principles, you create a solid foundation that is resistant to the manipulative tactics of narcissists. This steadfast adherence to your values not only protects your integrity, but also sends a clear message to the narcissist that their attempts to sway you are ineffective. Narcissists often employ tactics designed to make you question your own beliefs and values. They may use charm, manipulation, or coercion to get you to conform to their expectations and needs. However, by staying true to your values, you assert your autonomy and demonstrate that you are not easily manipulated. This approach aligns with Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes living in accordance with one's principles and maintaining virtue regardless of external pressures. The first step in staying true to your values is to clearly define what they are. Take time to reflect on your core beliefs and principles. What do you stand for? What qualities do you most admire in yourself and others? These might include honesty, kindness, fairness, courage, or respect. Writing down your values can help solidify them in your mind and make them more tangible. Once you have defined your values, use them as a guiding compass in your interactions with the narcissist. When faced with a challenging situation, ask yourself how your values can inform your response. For instance, if a narcissist tries to involve you in gossip or deceit, remind yourself of your commitment to honesty and integrity. Respond in a way that aligns with these values, even if it means standing alone or facing disapproval. It's also important to recognize when the narcissist is trying to undermine your values. Narcissists may use subtle or overt tactics to make you compromise your principles. They might praise you for behaviors that align with their interests, but conflict with your values, or they might criticize you for staying true to your beliefs. By staying alert to these tactics, you can better resist their influence and remain steadfast in your commitment to your values. Practicing assertiveness is crucial in this context. Assertiveness involves expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs clearly and respectfully. When the narcissist attempts to pressure you into compromising your values, assert your boundaries and stand firm. For example, if they ask you to lie or engage in unethical behavior, you might say, "I'm not comfortable doing that because it goes against my principles." By communicating your stance assertively, you reinforce your commitment to your values and discourage further attempts at manipulation. Another effective strategy is to seek support from individuals who share your values. Surround yourself with friends, family members, or colleagues who respect and uphold similar principles. These supportive relationships can provide encouragement and reinforcement, making it easier to stay true to your values in the face of the narcissist's manipulations. They can also offer valuable perspectives and advice on how to handle specific situations. Engaging in regular self-reflection can help you stay aligned with your values. Set aside time each day or week to reflect on your actions and decisions. Ask yourself whether you have been true to your values and where you might have strayed. This practice can help you identify areas for improvement and reinforce your commitment to living in accordance with your principles. It can also provide a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction when you see that you have successfully upheld your values. Mindfulness and meditation practices can further support your efforts to stay true to your values. These practices help you cultivate a calm and focused mind, making it easier to recognize when you are being influenced or manipulated. By regularly engaging in mindfulness, you can develop greater self-awareness and resilience, allowing you to respond to the narcissist from a place of strength and clarity. Another aspect of staying true to your values is understanding the consequences of compromising them. Reflect on times when you may have compromised your principles in the past. How did it make you feel? What were the outcomes? By acknowledging the negative impacts of compromising your values, you can strengthen your resolve to uphold them in the future. Remember that short-term discomfort or conflict is often a worthwhile trade-off for maintaining your integrity and self-respect. It's also helpful to visualize your ideal self and life. Imagine living fully in alignment with your values. What would that look like? How would you feel? Visualization can serve as a powerful motivator, reminding you of the long-term benefits of staying true to your principles. It can also provide a source of inspiration and strength when you face pressure to compromise your values. In challenging interactions with the narcissist, remind yourself of the bigger picture. Stoicism teaches the importance of focusing on what truly matters and not getting distracted by external disturbances. When you stay true to your values, you are living in accordance with your highest principles, which is a profound and meaningful pursuit. Keeping this perspective can help you maintain your course, even when faced with a narcissist's attempts to sway you. Engage in activities that reinforce your values, whether it's volunteering, pursuing a passion, or spending time with loved ones. Engaging in activities that align with your principles can strengthen your commitment to them. These activities provide tangible reminders of what you stand for and why your values are important. Finally, practice forgiveness, both for yourself and for others. Recognize that everyone makes mistakes and that it's possible to learn and grow from these experiences. If you find that you have compromised your values, forgive yourself and use it as an opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to your principles. Similarly, practice compassion and understanding towards the narcissist, recognizing that their behavior is often a reflection of their own struggles and insecurities. In conclusion, staying true to your values is a powerful Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists. By clearly defining your values, using them as a guiding compass, practicing assertiveness, seeking support, engaging in self-reflection, practicing mindfulness, understanding the consequences of compromising your values, visualizing your ideal self, reminding yourself of the bigger picture, engaging in reinforcing activities, and practicing forgiveness, you can maintain your integrity and resilience in the face of the narcissist's manipulations. This approach not only protects your emotional well-being, but also demonstrates that their attempts to sway you have no power over your steadfast commitment to your principles. 12. Seek wisdom and counsel. Seeking wisdom and counsel is a critical Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists. By turning to the insights of philosophers, mentors, and trusted friends, you can gain the perspective and guidance needed to navigate complex interactions with narcissists effectively. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of seeking knowledge and understanding to live a virtuous and resilient life. Narcissists often create confusion and doubt, making it difficult to see situations clearly. They thrive on manipulating perceptions and exploiting vulnerabilities. By seeking wisdom and counsel, you fortify yourself against these tactics and enhance your ability to respond thoughtfully and strategically. One of the first steps in seeking wisdom is to immerse yourself in Stoic philosophy. The writings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, and other Stoic thinkers provide timeless insights into human behavior and effective ways to handle adversity. These texts emphasize the importance of maintaining inner tranquility, focusing on what you can control, and practicing virtue. Regularly reading and reflecting on Stoic teachings can strengthen your mental resilience and provide practical strategies for dealing with narcissists. In addition to Stoic texts, consider exploring other philosophical and psychological works that offer insights into human behavior and relationships. Books on emotional intelligence, assertiveness, and boundary setting can provide valuable tools for managing interactions with narcissists. The more you understand about human psychology and behavior, the better equipped you will be to handle the complexities of dealing with a narcissist. Seeking counsel from mentors and trusted advisors is another crucial aspect. These individuals can offer guidance based on their own experiences and wisdom. Whether they are family members, friends, or professional mentors, their perspectives can help you see situations more clearly and provide practical advice on how to respond. For instance, if you are dealing with a narcissistic colleague, a trusted mentor in your field can offer strategies for maintaining professionalism and protecting your boundaries. Therapists and counselors can also provide invaluable support. They can help you explore your feelings, identify patterns in your interactions with the narcissist, and develop effective coping strategies. Therapy can offer a safe space to process the emotional impact of dealing with a narcissist and gain insights into how to protect your mental health. A therapist trained in dealing with personality disorders can offer specialized advice tailored to your specific situation. Engaging in group support, such as support groups for people dealing with narcissistic relationships, can provide a sense of community and shared understanding. These groups offer a platform to share experiences, gain insights, and receive encouragement from others who are facing similar challenges. Hearing how others have successfully managed interactions with narcissists can inspire and empower you to implement effective strategies in your own life. Journaling is another powerful tool for seeking wisdom. By regularly writing about your experiences, thoughts, and emotions, you can gain clarity and perspective. Journaling allows you to track patterns in your interactions with the narcissist and reflect on what strategies have been effective. It also provides a space to articulate your thoughts and feelings, which can be therapeutic and enlightening. Over time, your journal can become a valuable resource for understanding yourself and your responses better. Mindfulness and meditation practices can also enhance your ability to seek wisdom. These practices cultivate a calm and focused mind, making it easier to observe your thoughts and emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Regular mindfulness practice can help you develop greater self-awareness and clarity, allowing you to respond to the narcissist from a place of wisdom and composure. Mindfulness can also reduce stress and improve overall well-being, making you more resilient to the narcissist's tactics. Engaging in reflective practices, such as contemplating the principles of Stoic philosophy or other wisdom traditions, can deepen your understanding and application of these teachings. Set aside time each day to reflect on key principles, such as the importance of focusing on what you can control or the value of maintaining inner peace. This reflection can reinforce your commitment to these principles and help you integrate them into your daily life. It is also beneficial to seek wisdom from diverse sources. Different perspectives can offer new insights and strategies for dealing with narcissists. Explore various philosophical, spiritual, and psychological traditions to gain a broader understanding of human behavior and effective ways to handle difficult interactions. This diversity of thought can enrich your approach and provide a more comprehensive toolkit for managing narcissistic behavior. Engage in discussions and debates with thoughtful and knowledgeable individuals. These conversations can challenge your assumptions, deepen your understanding, and provide new perspectives on dealing with narcissists. By discussing your experiences and ideas with others, you can refine your strategies and gain valuable feedback. Intellectual engagement and the exchange of ideas can stimulate your thinking and enhance your problem-solving skills. Participating in workshops, seminars, or courses on topics such as assertiveness, communication, and emotional intelligence can provide practical skills and knowledge. These educational opportunities can offer structured learning and hands-on practice, helping you develop the tools needed to manage interactions with narcissists effectively. Continuous learning and skill development can empower you to handle difficult situations with greater confidence and competence. Another important aspect is to cultivate a mindset of lifelong learning. Approach every interaction with the narcissist as an opportunity to learn and grow. Reflect on what worked and what didn't, and use these insights to refine your approach. By viewing challenges as opportunities for growth, you can maintain a positive and proactive attitude, which is essential for dealing with difficult individuals. In conclusion, seeking wisdom and counsel is a powerful Stoic tactic for dealing with narcissists. By immersing yourself in philosophical and psychological literature, seeking guidance from mentors and therapists, participating in support groups, journaling, practicing mindfulness, engaging in reflective practices, seeking diverse perspectives, engaging in intellectual discussions, and committing to lifelong learning, you can enhance your understanding and resilience. This approach not only equips you with the knowledge and tools needed to handle narcissists effectively, but also reinforces your commitment to living a virtuous and meaningful life. As we wrap up, remember that the power to stay calm and resilient lies within you. By applying these 12 Stoic tactics, you can face narcissists with confidence and reclaim your inner peace. I'd love to hear from you. What tactics resonated with you the most? Have you used any of these strategies in your own life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And if you've made it this far, comment, "I stand strong." Thank you for joining me on this journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. Stay strong, stay resilient, and keep embracing the wisdom of Stoicism.